everyone. We are late. I know it's Chris's fault. I tried to move on.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. First thing I want to go over. Um, when you log in, listen, they're they're migrating. Okay, we know that. But if you log in directly to the OES, you're going to get something like that. That's normal. Just back out. It's not on. It's not hurting you. It's because it's not secured because it's not hooked up because they're migrating. Not a big deal. Okay. Now, if you go to Onpassive.com and you click on login, this comes up in the middle. See it? I'll blow it up for you a little bit. That's what comes up if you go to OES and you click on login. This pops up. It's just letting you know you can't go to login because of all. As all of you know, we are processing the migration and improving our system, our platforms, and website may be temporarily unavailable until this process is complete. Our team will inform you as soon as the migration process is complete. Stay tuned for upcoming enhancements. We are always available at support on passive.com if you have any questions or need any more information. But that's what's up. If you go there through on passive.com website and you click login, this is what you get. And if you go through the other way, which is directly to OES, you're going to get that. Neither one of them are bad. Yeah, it's a safety thing because it's like disconnected. It's going through the process. It goes to on OES.com, and then when it gets there and there's no site, this comes up. Happens to everything. We know the site's down, so don't panic. Now, another news flash. I have people writing me saying, "Hey, Marty, my old trim links aren't working. Your old trim links are hooked to OES website. Of course, they're not working. That's where you made the trim links at. All of that is down. When it comes back, they will come back. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that. So this is all known. We were told about it. And when it comes back, everything will be fine with some enhancements, it sounds like. So be happy. Don't worry. Wow. I heard that song somewhere before. Another thing, on the poster, we have on passive, next chapter. I want people to start thinking about, or here's what you can think about. I'm not want people to think about. You think about whatever you want, but just a thought. Um, how and what you want to do with Unpassive. And there's many things you can lay back and let it organically grow, which is cool. That's not me. I want to do stuff with it. I want to get moving. I want to put a fastball in it. I want to make things happen. For one thing, I like doing it. Now, the other beautiful thing about Unpassive, and I've said this a few times, and this is fact. When I'm talking about what you can do, it's not marketing. I'm not going to come in here and tell you how to market or set up advertisement and all that. That's not necessary. That's why we're here. If everybody knew how to market and could be the one percenters or whatever, we probably never found on passive. But what I can tell you is a drag and drop, copy and paste can speed up the process of where you want to be financially. And I'll explain how. You're in, you love on passive, you don't have any other products. You're here. You want Unpassive to grow. Unpassive is your main business. Uh, Start sharing it. How? Well, you want to share it from you, whoever you are. You don't need to share it from Onpassive. You're not building Onpassive. You're building Chris Johnson, Marty DeGarmo, and whoever else, everybody that's watching this. So you would take your domain, which you don't have yet. I get it. Some of you do from GoDaddy or whatever, but that's okay. You don't have your domain yet when you can get it. But in the meantime, let's say you want to push OConnect. That's it. For right now, you're really happy with OConnect. You believe that you can do that. What you do is you go to OCreate, which is coming out. You make a website, and you make what they call a splash page or a capture page, kind of the same thing, okay? And then you would go there and you'd say, okay, you got a template. I'm sure there'll be templates about OConnect. But what you want to do is you want to make it OConnect through one of you, because that's the beauty of it. OConnect according to one of you. So, example, Narelle. She goes, I love OConnect. I wanna push that. I want to build my Onpassive business faster. So she goes into OConnect, OCreate, puts a template they have. They probably have videos. She said, no, I want to make it more from Narelle or anybody else here. And that's what you should do, because you're branding you. A lot of people sell items and push tools made by Onpassive. That's okay. But so you set it up, you do the OConnect, and you get a little video from you explaining the cool things about OConnect and what you can do with it. Don't take a lot of time, because I want to let you know right now we all know each other, but the world does not know us, and that nobody's going to listen to a 15-20 minute video from somebody they don't know. So it's just not going to happen. You have to slowly bring that up. So you go in, you do a fairly quick video, you're upbeat. This is why you love OConnect. Pick a couple feature and then add at the end, and many, many more, whatever. And at the bottom of that, if you'd like to try this out for free, like I did, before you make any decisions, you can't even put your credit card in. This is 100%. They want you to try it out because they believe if you're looking for whatever product it is, if you're looking, you don't need to try to talk somebody into it. If they see it, they can do all the comparison in the world, price, technology, whatever, and Onpassive is going to win. So you do that. You have a call to action at the bottom, and you tell the company, I want to drive traffic to this, because you're not a marketer, and boom, they do. And guess what? While you're making the page about whatever you love, whether it's Onpassive or a product that you love that's legit and you really love it, you put OTracker code inside the website, because you can add it. That way they can track the heat map. Where's a good place? Where's it strong? Where's people reacting the most? And then you can fine tune it. Let's say you put it out there and it goes to 5 countries. 3 of the countries is really not so much response, but the other 2 are outstanding. Now you make another one and you put all of it through the 2 countries instead of the 5. Or there's other things. Sometimes areas won't like it because of the images or even the video. So whatever you do, you watch, you take notes. A/B testing, it's called. You test between one and the other. Don't fall in love with the actual ad. You fall in love with the results. And remember, it'll be so much easier when you get to the point where you can use the profits from Onpassive. You're not taken away from you. You've already taken care of you. as always says, take care of you first, and then start pushing what you want to do or share with other people. And this can go for anything. You could do an end around. Let me tell you what I mean by an end around. Let's say, well, I'll give you an example. I believe in building relationships with people, right? So you could have created a group or a club in ONET. This is down the road. All the stuff that possibilities. You make a group that's something you're passionate about, because there'll be millions that are passionate. We're not that unique. There'll be other people who love what you love. Don't automatically assume, oh, nobody's going to like this. But you don't know that. You can drive people to a club through one of the links in Onpassive. Now, right now, the only way to get Onpassive is through a building an OMail name. Blah, blah, blah. But there's a way to do that. I think down the road you'll be able to go individually. But let's just say you come in, and when they do it, you let them know in this short video. Hey, I'm looking for anybody that's excited about blank, magnet fishing, learning French, traveling around the world, just whatever you decide, right? So you already got the group made, the club. Now, when you throw that out there, you tell people, hey, just for joining my club, we're going to give you a free AI email platform, which is unlimited. So part of the registration, you're going to get that email platform for free, for life. Even if you decide you don't like the club, you can leave. So everything I'm telling you is absolutely free. Then when they get in the club, you can discuss different parts of what you're doing to share your passion. When you tell people what you're doing, and it's simple, of how you're sharing your passion or inviting others, they ask you, well, I'd like to do the same thing. Oh, perfect. Here's what you do. You give them the code that you made in NoConnect to do what you just did. And you said, okay, see here, that's my video. Make your own. Because it's about you, isn't it, Fred? Oh, yeah, you're right. Always push the better for them, because that is what we do. And they do it, and then somebody else. Now, will everybody do it? No. And then every week or every 2 days, whatever you decide, you make a video about what your passion is. And say, yeah, I really want to blow this up. Okay, here's what you can do. Because while you're doing your club, you invite them to OConnect. You're going to have a webinar with them. It's not going to be bizarre for them. You just say, look, I'm going to do a webinar, blank, blank, blank. Just click on this link and come visit me. They can come in. Why? They're already in Onpassive. They can go anywhere. While they're in there and you invite people out and they say something and you really like it, you play a resound like clapping, and people are going to go, what you talking about, Willis? They're going to know, how did you do that? And you make them a co-host. A lot of this stuff, just do it. And people are nosy. You're nosy. I'm nosy. I'm not going to see all these buttons and all that. Oh, yeah. And by the way, below you see all the buttons. Yeah. Those are different things, the options in this webinar. You don't say, I'm selling you the webinar, whatever. And as it goes on, now you come back to the group. We're all talking now. You got people chatting. And some will say, hey, can I share that web conferencing platform? Not only can you share it, if you do decide to share, oh yeah, I got friends that love what we're doing here. Well, if you own it, what do you mean own it? You know, that monthly thing. Yeah, if you share it, you could get paid everybody that comes to your webinar. What? Yeah, not only can you make money bringing people into the group about something you love, you can also make an income of sharing the same thing they love, and they're going to ask you the same thing. As long as you don't make it working or marketing, people will do everything you're doing because they're going to love it. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Hey, can I invite people here? Yes. Here's the link you use. Boom. And they get a 7-day, and they get a 7-day, and they get a 7-day. It's when they get to the point where they want to make a webinar, because the more you chat with them, the more you're together, the more free they'll become, the more confidence, and they're going to want to do what you're doing. Trust me, not everybody. It doesn't have to be everybody. And they're going to say, well, I kind of want to do something else because I really love this too. Can I do that? Yeah, go to ONET, make your own club. Yeah, but I want to be able to do what you did. And you give them the same blueprint you used. Really? I mean, I don't know what to. Wait a minute, I'm promoting me. Yeah, get a domain. What, I got to go to GoDaddy? No, you get a GoDaddy right from. You can get a domain right from yourself. Where? Right here in this OES ecosystem. Everything's here at one touch. Click, click, click. You can have anything you want. Oh my gosh. Slowly make them come to you about everything that you want to tell them anyway. Because if you do it right and you make it where they're in there, they're automatically going to go, well, how can I, and is it possible for me? And what if I like and can't? Just answer them. You answer them, they're going to expand and they're going to go into other businesses. And by the way, you could do that with 10 groups. You could have the company drive traffic to 10 different ideas, 10 different groups, and you go in each one and you work each one just for, if that's what you want to do. So the possibilities are outrageous. I mean, you could do it for real estate. What do you mean? Who loves real estate? Do you love real estate? Put it out there, drive it. Sounds crazy, something small. And you have a little thing in there about real estate and what it's done and what you love about it. And now people start coming. I love real estate. You have a club about real estate, how it works. Well, how it worked for you. What do you do? What do you do to build your clientele? Blah, 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 blah. And you build that again, and then you got other people doing the same thing, and they go up and ask the same thing to their people, because everybody knows somebody that you don't know. And you make it a fun way to expand things. That's all. You're just helping people help themselves move on. And trust me, once they do it and they say, I can do that, yeah. You're not talking about marketing. You're not talking about 1%ers. You're talking about everybody wins. Everybody wins. Or you could sit back and do nothing. Let it grow organically. That's just not me. A lot of people I met in Onpassive, I don't want to do that. I got stuff I want to share. I know people that have products right now that they swear by. They've got proof before and after. They got everything. They do, trust me. And this is where you want to do that. When we go to chapter number 2, this is when you want to start doing that. When you have OCreate, when you have, now, would I do it beforehand? No, I wouldn't. Because now it looks like you're flopping around. I would just wait, because I guarantee everybody I've met, and I'm not putting anybody down, but I don't know very many people on Onpassive could just walk out and share something and hundreds and hundreds of people sign up. By the way, if you could do that, you probably wouldn't be here. I'm just guessing. Okay. I mean, I've been out in that nasty world of MLM and email marketing and all. Yeah, those people are very good. Not very many. And then Onpassive, you win no matter what level you want to do in your mind. I've met some of you, you're crazy like me. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do. Go ahead. Listen, you could do this with your children, your grandchildren. They all have different passions. Some of them like games and whatever, because I believe OConnect's going to be a safe zone for our children and our grandchildren. You start getting people involved. Let's think really big. Let's think 500 million people. And let's think you have all that at your fingertips. And then once it's all set up and all these people are there, because remember, indirectly, whoever I invite to Onpassive is going to help more than just me. And that's what I love. Well, how's that going to happen? Well, let's say I build Onpassive only. Everybody, this is a fact, I'm going to give you a secret. Everybody that I would invite to Onpassive, all of them, every last one is one thing that can help all of you. You know what it is? They're consumers. They're going to buy things. Why? We buy things. That's what we do. They're going to go to the marketplace. I don't care if I have, let's say I had 1,000 people, 5,000 people. All of them are going to cruise into the marketplace. And what's in the marketplace? Something that you made a small video, a splash page, and a call to action. So some of the people that were invited to Onpassive by me or in Onpassive with me, fantastic. But they're also in a business with you from a product that you love. In the normal world, that would be a competition. We'd be fighting each other over it. Here, we want it to happen. Because one of you, like Myra, might come in and set up another product in the market center that I'm not using. I don't even know anything about it. But because people are in the OES, they're going to look around, they go to the market center and go, oh, I really like this. I'm going to get it. Click, they buy it. Now this is one time indirectly, it's going to help her because they're going to build a business with that person who's already in business with me. So it's a bang, 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 bang. That's how this thing explodes. Because everybody can work with everybody, directly. If I directly bring in 1,000 people, indirectly, it could be helping 10,000 people. If you really let your mind go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you know what I mean? Like let it go. The limitation is here, but if you think about it, you all have something in there. You all are doing something different. Yes, they're connected to me Onpassive. They're connected to others Onpassive too, by the way, indirectly. But imagine if they're also looking at products, which they're going to, because we buy stuff, and they have something that they love because they watched one of your videos. Well, I'm going to get this. They're not thinking that's another founder. They don't know anything about founders. They don't know. But I believe down the road, affiliates are going to be able to do the same thing. I mean, not just early bird people. I know I'm all over it, but I'm just, the reason is I want you to think of the possibilities. I want you to go past what we think, because I guarantee most of us are not thinking as far as we can, but start to go there, because we're going into another chapter, and eventually it's going to be create. We're going to have domains. We're going to have whatever, and start thinking, wow, this could be a lot of fun. Your business is growing here. You might even drive a little traffic to it. Your passion is growing here. You're getting paid for it. Your passion is bringing in money through what you love, but it's also bringing in an income, because people that you bring in, the tools you're going to use, they're going to use. So they're using your tools. They're buying your product from your domain. So it's a win, 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 win. Talk about streams of income. And that's what I want to go to down the road is have a club where we can say what ideas for close friends and family. And a lot of you are close friends and family, and share ideas. And go, you know what, this is cool. And I'm not talking about a job. I'm not talking about 9 to 5. We go in, you have an idea, you did a code, you push it, you plan it, you bang it, you boop it, give it to ass, drive traffic, and walk away. And every day you come see the results of what you did. Then you compare with everybody. Hey, John, did you get this kind of return? No, I got this. Can I look at yours and see what you're doing different? Yeah, why not? It's not direct competition. We're in the whole world. So I hope that made sense. Give me a thumbs up if you followed me at least a half a mile during this. And if it's making you think, I need feedback to make sure. I hope I'm hoping people understand. This is where I'm thinking, and sometimes I make it more complicated. But I'm going to tell you, when that happens, where we can do that, it'll become very clear because you'll see it firsthand. We're working together firsthand. So I hope that helps. I'm going to turn it over to Chris Johnson. Oh, by the way, you know the site's still down. It's going to be down. Write a piece of paper. Get your paper. It's going to be down until it's ready. Okay, it's a lot of work migrating like that with the cloud and all that. So when it comes up, you'll know. Trust me. You know what I did all day yesterday and the day before? I didn't realize how much I log into OES. I log in. Oh, that's right. The site's down. A few hours later, I said, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go post about this webinar in Founders. Like some kind of monkey, it's down. Like every time it pops up, I go, oh my God, I tried to do it again. But it'll be up as soon as they can. Obviously, nobody wants it to be up quicker than the company itself. So, and I'm going to turn over to my my little brother, the one that treats me horribly. But I keep him along, you know. He has no respect for me or nothing. I wish you guys would talk to him. But anyway, here's Chris Johnson.
27 minutes and 42 seconds. Very good, Marty. I'm not even going to bounce off you. I think you said enough about it. I have to do a little bit of cleanup today, and it's for me, nobody else, but it's for you. First of all, I want to say happy Canada Day so Robin doesn't beat me up, Canada. Today is your day. Enjoy it. Brett is coming on at 11. Julie and Michael are having a conversation today. Check that out at 3 o'clock. Now, I'm praying big time for this hurricane that's going through a lot of my Onpassive friends. It's a nasty hurricane, 150 mile-an-hour winds. And keep them in your prayers. Now, I want to talk about a little cleanup here, but nothing. I don't want it to be negative. First of all, Marty, get your Onpassive Nation link ready because I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I get people that send me stuff every day. Chris, look what this guy said. Chris, look what this guy said. So I go to these groups. Now, I want to bring this up. If you are an admin in these groups that I can't stand, period, I only go to Onpassive Nation. I've never liked the groups because somehow the admins, they get lazy. They forget about it, and people start posting into some. Well, let me give you an example. There is another Onpassive Nation, and it's a bunch of people holding their hands up with Onpassive above it. Someone sent me something. I went in there, and they're advertising the other channels that talk bad about us. There's people on there saying this is a scam, and I'm like, that's not the real Onpassive Nation. I made a comment in there. I posted it. They don't even look what I'm saying in there. So I ask people, leave the group. If the admin is putting something negative inside this group, that's not a founder. And I would suggest, I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, leave the group. Marty's going to post the Onpassive Nation, the real Onpassive Nation, in this chat here. The other day, I had another person. Yesterday, I had another person say, Chris, Look what this guy posted. He got 125,000 people in his group. And he posted the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, asked him to take it down, had checked who the admins were. I said, you guys got to take this down. Leave the group. Go to Onpassive Nation. I'm just shocked what I see in some of these groups. If you're going to take the responsibility to be an admin or to start a group, well, then you have to be that responsibility. There's the link. If you take responsibility and say, wow, well, that isn't right, and leave and just come to Onpassive Nation. And I'm not saying, oh, just come to Onpassive. You can do what you want to do. But what I saw in these groups was horrific. And I can't let myself let that happen. So once again, if you are an admin in a group and you took the responsibility to be an admin, you have to go in there and check, not just advertise your stuff. You have to go in there and see what's going on, delete it if it's bad, period. Because I just can't believe this other Onpassive Nation, the crap they let roll through there. So I see a lot of founders, and I'm not saying that it's your fault. I'm just saying a lot of people think that's the real Onpassive Nation. So when you don't see any negative in the real Onpassive Nation that Marty posted in here, we got one hell of an admin, Tanya Onpassive, who I don't even mess with her. But take responsibility in these groups, guys. I've never been a fan of these groups. I was in hundreds of them, and I pulled myself out of a lot of them. And then people get my attention. Chris, look what they're saying in this group. Okay? We can't do that as founders. And that person that's an admin in that Onpassive Nation used to be a good group, but he let it go. And it's nothing but negative people in there. So that is my cleanup for the day. I will post that Onpassive Nation link also on my Facebook. Marty's got it in here. I ask that you share that out and put, this is the real Onpassive Nation group. And that's it. But if you came into a group listen, if you think negative, if you see negative, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be negative. I'm sorry. I don't like any of these groups. Everyone knows this because I had to go in there and police. I'm not a policeman. I listen to the facts from Ash Mafara. I listen to or watch what is going on in the back office, which we don't have right now. But I know when I go in these groups, that wasn't said. Holy freaking cow. I can't believe this admin just said this. So walk away from those groups. All right. And this is something that's my responsibility that I feel I have to do. Walk away from those groups. You see one thing posted negative or from these other ding dong channels, that's your exit. Get the hell out of there. And I mean that. They're bad and they're negative. Ash has told us many times, stay away from negativity. But if you're living in a group, please get out of it. Again, I'm going to say the fake Onpassive Nation has 9,400 people in it, founders. And they're really not all founders. They're just negative people. It shows Onpassive and a bunch of people like holding their hands up. That's not the real Onpassive Nation. Come to Marty's Onpassive Nation where things are positive, things are done right, questions are asked and answered. That's what I got to say on that. I will remind people. I'm not telling you what to do, but hey, you really want to be in that group? Look what they just said. All right, leave it. That's your choice, but leave it. I would leave it. I don't want to look at anything negative because I know Onpassive is 100% positive in my heart. I know it's in Marty's heart and everyone else's heart. But walk away from negativity and stay positive. They're going to tell you things in those other groups like, what the heck? And what happens? People start believing that stuff. Those are lies and untruths. Stay away from it. I don't know what else I got to say today, but I'm excited. Canada Day. Holy cow. 4th of July coming up. Holy cow. Stay positive. Your future is bright and Onpassive. It's not going to change. It's moving forward. It's rolling ahead. And that's all you really need to know. Right now, the site's down. Go do something. Go do something. Don't worry about it. Ash Mafara says, I got this. That's all I got. Marty DeGarmo, you.
You could have took more time, okay? I mean, I'm just kidding.
I got a doc,
Um,
remember?
oh, that's right. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I get excited talking about Onpassive, I really do, and that's why I lose consciousness while I'm talking. But yeah, I mean, I do goofy stuff, right? Just so everybody knows. No, you know, nobody's perfect. I want to be like Marty. Really? Let's keep in mind one important thing. Every time that might come to your mind, even if a glimpse of it, I peed on an electric fence in front of a bunch of pigs. Now, you want to be that guy? No. Be you. Okay? Be you. Because there's nothing worse than having the song Jingle Bells, if you know what I mean, in the middle of the summer. Anyway, so we're going to move on. Keep your eyes open. The site could be up any time. Yes, there's other things going on. You can look, you can see, you can watch. Yesterday, we Heroes did a webinar. It was on a lot of YouTube channels. I thought it was very good. I think people should look at it if they can. It's on the channels. It's on Comfort's channel. It's on Oliver Collins's channel. All of their channels. So go look at it. We're coming together. I tell you what I really love is shining the light on others. And what that means is I really believe if you can, I believe there's so much, there's a gift in everybody. Somebody has something special about them. But I do realize and I understand because it happened to me. As life goes on, that shell around you gets harder and harder and harder and harder. And then the one day, which is the worst thing you could do, is when you say, well, maybe this is as good as it gets. Don't ever let that happen. And even if it did happen, Onpassive can help you get out of it because there's a lot of people that encourage each other to go forward and say and talk about what you feel. And because everybody cares for each other, everybody listens to each other. And I've seen superstars in Onpassive, absolute superstars. I'll tell you this. I have yet to be in a Shine the Light webinar with many, many people, some I've never really met. And you could see the change just in the hour webinar. People maybe not so confident to that the end. People are smiling. They feel better about themselves. Listen, if you can feel better about yourself, what a good chunk of medicine. Finally taking something that doesn't have any side effects. The only side effects is feeling good is having others will feel good also. It is contagious. And we're going to be doing that, so keep your eyes open. If you have someone, this will help a lot because it is a lot involved to set up a webinar, especially if you're all these people, all different areas. So if you are somebody and you have a group of 6 people, you being the 7th, would like to come on a Shine the Light, contact Chris and he can tell the one person what to do. And then if you could help a lot by you finding the 6 that can speak English clearly, this isn't, I'm not being negative, I'm not being prejudiced. It's just the facts. We're in an English speaking webinar. I mean, we have to know what each other's saying and tell Chris and he'll set up, we'll bring people in groups. Because sometimes groups are good because if you invite them, they know you maybe better than they know me and Chris. Plus, it makes it logistically wise much easier to set up. And like I said, we've been doing 12 noon and 6 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Anyway, love y'all, and we'll see you red zone at 11, as you know. And let's keep going. And whatever you do, or however you do it, pray to God for them first, give them wisdom, the strength. You don't need, he's got the drive. And because his bodyguard and his director is God. Anyway,